Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about scanning film, and in particular the new Valoi Advancer and the film holders that Valoi kindly sent me to play with. Now, most of you know I'm always in the darkroom making prints and contacts of the photographs that I shoot on film. However, I do scan my negatives using my DSLR, but that's mainly for reference for me and also for showing you guys the photographs that I take when I'm out and about for the channel. And for me, it wouldn't make sense to invest in one of those expensive flatbed scanners so that I can scan onto the computer and inkjet print. It's not really what I'm in it for. I like going in the darkroom. So my only real alternative, if I want to reference my negatives and show you guys the photographs that I take, is to use my DSLR. And I've gone through lots of things over the years. I remember once making a film holder out of an old shoebox and using some tracing paper, and that worked okay. I then went through a stage where I was scanning my negatives using my enlarger in the darkroom, and that again was working out all right. And then out of some cardboard and some other bits and bobs that I found in the garage, I ended up using my LED lights for scanning my negatives, and I was using a small negative holder that I'd got with a cheap Kenro scanner, which wasn't that great. That's why I ended up going back to DSLR. And up until recently, I've been using Intrepid's new ENLARGER, which converts into a DSLR scanner to scan me negatives. And that's been working quite well for me until these guys sent me this bit of kit here, and I must say it's been so simple to use. So I believe that these aren't available at the moment. They are only available for pre-order, and they'll be coming out in July. So what Valoi have sent me for now is a 120 film holder, you can see here, for 120 film, and also 35mm film holder as well, and also the advanced system, which is basically a little tiny machine where you can use these little tiny wheels here and it pulls your negative through. And these are really well made. They've got nice little tiny smooth ridges for your negatives to glide through, and I can't see anywhere where my negatives are going to be compromised or scratched using these film holders. So for me, it just gave me confidence straight away that I could put my negatives in here and start scanning. The film holder itself, I've never seen anything like this. They call it the Valoi 360 Advancer. Let's say we're scanning 35mm, you put your 35mm holder, film holder on top, you slide your film through, it catches on these little wheels here, and then you just advance it. All you need to do is just press the button on your DSLR and then advance to the next frame and so on. So it's a real speedy system as well. It feels all quite robust and quality. It's all metal. You've got the little Valoi stamp on the side, Valoi 360 Advance. And you've got tiny rubber feet as well, so that's going to stop it slipping around on the desk when you're doing your scanning. There's two ways I've found that you can scan your negatives. You can either pre-cut them into strips of 6 frames or whatever, or you can just take the whole roll like this here. This is an old negative film, test film that I'm playing with, so I'm not caring about scratching it. But if I was doing this, I'd probably be using gloves and a little bit more care. But just for demonstration, you slide in your negatives into the film holder like so. You've got your DSLR set up on a tripod, take your first shot, and then as you advance to the next frame, the wheels catch the sides of the negative, and then you can just start feeding it through, like so, to your next frame, and then your next frame. And I say it's down to you how careful you want to be with your negs. I've got these curled up at the moment on the sides, so I'm not getting the emulsion side scratched at all. And then on the next frame as well, and the next frame, and until you get to your number 6, and then if you want to cut, you can then just cut and put it in your sleeve. And then of course the other way you might want to scan your negatives is already pre-cutting them, and these are the ones that I've pre-cut here. See, I've got my gloves on now because these negatives are decent ones. Just simple, just slide it through, take your first shot, slide it through again to the next frame, and then it meets up with the end of these little rollers, and on frame number 3 it'll end up in the little tiny grippers there, and then you can just start advancing your film using this little system. Frame number 4, frame number 5, number 6, job done. And the little tiny wheels are located right on the rebate of the film, so it's not going to damage your film whatsoever. So that's 35mm, real simple stuff to do. It's up to you what you want to put underneath as a light box. You can use your phone. I'm using an iPad when I do my scans. Let's have a look at some 120 film as well. So with the 120 film, you've now got your 120 film holder. You've got these little tiny rubber wheels, and you can slide those along, just push them over, and then they'll catch on the rebate of a 120 as well. Pretty tough to do. I wouldn't say it's easy. You've got to really sort of pull them over. There they go. That's the first 2 done. and then the bottom two as well. Pull them over. Maybe a good idea to get two, one for 120 and one for 35. But you get the idea. So now I've got the little tiny rubber wheels pulled across for 120 film. And again, 120 film exactly the same way. You can either do the whole length or you can just do strips of, I usually do strips of 4. Slides through nicely and then it lines up with those. Take your first shot, then you can align it with the wheels and it will just feed it through. Like so, and you can see those wheels are now on the rebate of the film, not touching the emulsion or even the gloss side, so you've got no fear of scratching these negs at all. The only way you can scratch them is if you bad handle them this side or bad handle them when they come out the other side, but that's down to you to, you know, come out with some cloth or something either side just to give a little bit more added protection to your negatives. But real simple stuff. Again, 120, if I was to scan these, it wouldn't take me long at all. So I think this is ideal for me. It's light, it's portable. I've got 120, 35mm as well. I've got no plugs, no wires, just put my iPad underneath, scan and go. You know, for me it's pretty simple, and I think it's a great idea that they've come out with. They have got the other accessories on their website, like I said, the dust prevention thing and the diffuser that goes underneath if you want to use your phones or your iPads. I haven't found any issues using my phone or my iPad. I can't see any lines from the screen at all coming through. It does sit up quite a reasonable height, just a few inches from the surface, so I haven't seen any problems doing that. But that's great for me to be able to scan my negatives indoors. If I'm doing it in the darkroom, I've got a light box in the darkroom which is all diffused, so I can just then put it on the light box. So that's pretty much it. If you're interested in this product, I've got an affiliated link in the description where you'll get 10% off of this product. If you like it, go on their website, have a look at the prices. Like I said, it is a pre-order only at the moment, but I believe they're going to become available in July. And if you want to know more about this product, just drop the guys an email or message them on Instagram if there are any questions that you've got about the product or when it's coming out or on the pre-orders. I'm sure they'll be happy to assist and answer any of your questions. So yeah, great little device. I'm looking forward to using it in the future. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you like it. I'll catch you next time.